Hi, and welcome to the San Diego real estate market stats for January of 2019. My name is Maggie Clemens with One World Realty, and I am proud to present this to you. As usual, we are looking at the monthly report that comes out from the Greater San Diego Association of Realtors. And these will be posted on our website at oneworld-realty.com. And if you would like to just have me email these to you in a PDF form, please just send me off a quick email, and I'm happy to do that. But let's get into it. So as I highlighted most of the important areas here, home sales began to slow down across the nation in late last year. We already know that. We looked at the stats from December of 2018, and we could see that they had started to slow down quite a bit. Largely that was due to the rates, the mortgage rates going up by the Fed. But as we can see here, the Fed did not increase rates during January of 2019, and they have adjusted how often they are going to be increasing that. We do know that they are going to start increasing it, but they're not going to be increasing it as often or by as large of amount, because they saw that just stalled the market on there. Closed sales have decreased. Pending sales have decreased. Inventory has increased 28.3%. Median sales price is still going up, though. So even though sales are going down, that's causing inventory to increase. The median sales price is still going up. Days on market have increased. And early signs point to an improving inventory situation. And that is good for everybody. For so long, buyers have been, locked into, multiple offers, maybe picking the house that they, wasn't their favorite because they were afraid or that they lost the one that they really wanted. So increasing inventory is something we've all been hoping for a very long time. Many new listings enter the market immediately after the turn of the calendar year. And as we look at these stats, you're going to see that that's true. So let's take a look at the detached market. Those are single family homes detached. And what we see, as I just said, is that the increase in new listings from January of 2018 to January of 2019 was up 14.4%. And again, as I mentioned, the reason I like this particular report is because it shows us what's been going on over the last 2 years. And we can see that every December things drop, and then every January they go up. And we can see from January of 2018 to January of 2019 that there is quite a bit of increase. But so far we're seeing, what we're seeing is good. Again, we see from January to January it's down just 2.6%, but that is pretty predictable from January to January. Closed sales are always going to follow pending sales. They got to go into pending first before they go into close. So we're seeing that coming up here. Median sales price, we see that it peaked up here in, August of 2018, and then it's been kind of sliding down a little bit. But from January of 2018 to January of 2019, it is still up 3.4%. Average sales price, the same thing, and it's up 1.5%. Volume closed, we see is down, but we just discussed that with the closed sales. Percent of original price received, that has dropped just a little bit, and that has been kind of dropping. I think that we're going to see that dropping a little bit as we start to adjust to our new normal. It's, we've been pricing homes a little bit higher because of the inventory, or the lack of inventory, I should say, has allowed us to do that. But now that we've got more inventory, then we have to be a little bit more realistic. And it takes a while for homeowners to realize that maybe they're not going to get as much as they thought they could, and to be a little bit more realistic. So we're seeing a little bit of a drop here, but not a whole lot to be worried about. Days on market has gone up. And again, that's due to having more selection out there. So what this tells you is that if you're the home seller, you want to make sure that your home is ready for sale the day that it goes on market. Affordability has dropped just a little bit, and this is going to be our Achilles heel right here. Is if people can't afford to buy, then they're not going to buy. And as more homes come on the market, they're going to sit there longer and longer, and then that will increase the inventory. So we need to keep a good eye on the affordability index. Inventory of sales is up 28.3%, but as you can see, it went up during the summer months and went down. And 2017 is not the best year to compare it with. I wish that this went all the way back to 2016, but they didn't ask me. Month supply of inventory, that has gone up. It is 2.4. Back in the day, a normal supply of inventory was 6 months. That's what they considered a neutral market. So we're still quite a ways away from that. You'll see that the attached market, that's condos and townhomes, this closely follows the single family market, maybe off just a little bit, but listings are up, pending and closed sales are down, medium sales price are up 2.5%, the average price is up 2.1%. Closed sales, we'll see that go up as we get more pending and closed sales. Percent of original price received is actually a little bit higher than what it is on a single family home. Days on market has gone up to 36, which is still not a lot. Affordability index, see, that has dropped a little bit. So typically first-time buyers, they're looking at condos and townhouses. So this is more important on that level than it is on a single family home. Inventory of homes has gone up, and we can see over 2018, or 17, I'm sorry, we did not have a lot of inventory, and then the inventory started to increase, dropped a little, and I predicted in 2019 we're going to see a lot more inventory coming on the market as more and more home sellers that were sitting on the fence are thinking, whew, I better get on there and get this thing sold quickly. Months of inventory were only up to 2.1%, and as I mentioned, 6 months is what the average is. So let's take a quick look at what's happening here. Now this shows us over the course of the year, and it also shows us detached and attached, so we can get a good handle here. And it shows us, well, it doesn't show us 2016. So new listings, we can see that, from 2017 to 2018, it was pretty flat. And now in 2019, we're starting to see a big uptick on the number of homes that are coming on the market in both detached and on attached. And I'm not even going to look at year to date right now because it's the same as what it was. The graph here, which goes back all the way to 2012, we can see every December new listings drops, and then it starts to spike up. And what we see here for this year, that it's spiked up dramatically over the last few years. So this is our indication that there is going to be a lot more inventory on the market. And if you're looking to sell your home, you've got to make sure that your home is ready to be sold. If you're looking to buy a home, this is a good thing for you. Pending sales, it's gone down a little bit, not drastically. And we can see here that that is still pretty predictable and what's happening over the course of the year. And as I've mentioned, it has to go into pending first before it goes into close. So we're seeing a little bit more of a drop there because of what the pending is looking like. And you can see, we always see a drop this kind of year, but this year it's dropped a little bit more than it has in previous years. Median home price is still going up. We're not seeing that flatten out. It has dropped dramatically, and the rate of increase, you can see February of 2018, it went up 9.1%. March, it went up 10.4%. Now we're seeing smaller appreciation rates, 1.4, 2.5, 3.4. So while it is increasing, it is not as increasing as a big of a jump. And we'll see here. Average sales price is pretty much doing the same as the median price. It's just the numbers are a little different. Volume of closed sales is down because the closed sales are down. And we can see that's pretty normal. And then we have a little bit more of a drop this year. Percent of original list price received. Percent of original list price received. So if I listed at 100%, and I sell it for, or I listed it at $100,000 and I sell it for $97,000, then I have a 97% list, percent of list price. And we can see that that has been right about the same, and it's taken a little bit of a dip for this year. And then here is our chart going all the way back to 2012. Days on market is up. It did drop in 2018 as the market started to shift, as the mortgage rates went up. But now we're starting to see more inventory. And when we have more inventory, we have more selection. And we're going to see, days on market starting to creep up a little bit. And here's that graph. And we can see exactly when it started to bottom out, and then it's starting to go up a little bit. I predict as we go through 2019, we're going to see this continue to inch up a little bit. Housing affordability, as I've said, this is critical for San Diego County because housing is already so expensive and our wages are not keeping up with it. So we need to kind of keep an eye on this when you're pricing your home to sell. And the affordability has gone down a little bit. We don't see it as much. Obviously, a single family home is less affordable than an attached home. So that's why we're seeing this. When we look at this chart, condos and townhomes are just a little bit more affordable, but, it dropped and then it kind of crept up a little bit. And then here's single family homes. Inventory of homes is going up, as we've just said. It did drop a little bit in 2018 when the Fed started, messing around with the rates, but now we're starting to see that come up in both the detached and the attached market here. Month supply of inventory, and we can see over the course of the last couple of years that has slowly, it was there in 2019 or 2017, which was way worse than 2016, dropped a little bit when the market stalled a little bit at the end of 2018, and now we're starting to see those numbers come up in both the attached and detached, and you can see it here on this chart. It really dropped in January of 2018, and then it started creeping up, dropped again, and now we're going to start seeing that creep up again. Total market overview, and this is included, both single-family homes and attached homes, and we can see, again, new listings coming on the market. Right now, pending is down a little bit, but that's going to change. We'll see when we get February's market stats. We should start to see that go up, and where pending goes, sales will go, or closed sales will go. Median prices up, again, not as much as it has been. Average, the percent of closed sales, percentage of price. So it's pretty much what we've been saying. What we need to really keep track of is making sure that we're pricing the home right, that the days on market, we're going to see those creep up as the new listings come on the market. Affordability index is key to San Diego having a thriving economy. Homes for sale has gone up from 4705 last year to 6266. And I think I've mentioned it in previous videos that a normal market was about 16,000 homes on the market. So we're long ways away from what normal used to be. We're still trying to figure out what our new normal is. Month supply of inventory typically was 6 months is a balanced market. We're still quite a ways from that. So it will be interesting as 2019 goes on, as we start seeing, more homes come on the market. That is gonna put some pressure on pricing, but as long as the Fed keeps the mortgage rates down, as long as the affordability index is still affordable, we should be doing fine. So again, my name is Maggie Clemens with One World Realty. If there's any questions I can answer for you, please feel free to contact me via phone, email, or text. And if you'd like a copy of this report yourself, just shoot me off an email. We're happy to send it to you. Have a great day.